Hi there. Thank you so much for joining me for the next few minutes as I just introduced this yoga offering for 2021 called Intentional Yoga for Turbulent Times. Over the past year and particularly the last few months, I have been feeling so strongly that we are being called individually and as a collective to really do some of our deepest stretching, our deepest transformative work. Again, as a collective and individually. This is a time that is really asking us to pull from our deepest reserves. And so I just felt compelled to kind of join in the voices that are providing opportunities for us to grow together and to transform together. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what this offering is going to be about. In my healing work, my own healing work, and my work with clients who I just am inspired by endlessly, I have come to really believe that when we choose a conscious path and we want to grow and expand and heal, we have to do that on every level, not just with our minds, but with our hearts and our bodies. And some of the themes that come up for each of us, the challenges that we face, the resistances that we have, the themes in our healing work, they're not just in our minds, but they replicate themselves in our emotional life. And they replicate themselves in our bodies. The issues we have with our bodies are often reflective of some of that, the healing themes that we're here to work through. So in this series, I want to invite us into some practices that help us bring these healing intentions and these growth intentions into our hearts and into our bodies. I personally also need to move my body more. I need to breathe with more intention. And so I thought this would be a fun way to collectively do some moving together, to join with some of the people that I love the most on the planet, and perhaps other people who join along the way to really engage in movement and breath work and flow and intentional growth together. So that's kind of why I am offering this now, a little bit for my own reasons as well. A word about yoga, sort of why yoga? Why is this offering one of the yogic tradition? Yoga, the meaning of the word yoga is union. And to me, yoga really represents ancient wisdom that guides us into the union of our individual life experience with a consciousness that is beyond any individual, with a consciousness that runs through us, through all of us, and through everything around us, with this intelligence that is organizing everything in every moment, including our own moment-to-moment experience. So to me, yoga is the union of our individual embodied experience and our access to a field that is greater and contains all of us at the same time. And yoga to me is an embodied experience of that union, an embodied awareness of that connectedness, that universal mindedness that is always there, holding each of us and everything that's magnificently being created moment to moment around us. So these practices feel very pertinent and essential for these times that we're living in. My home practice is Sattva Yoga, S-A-T-T-V-A, Sattva Yoga, founded by Anand Mehrotra in Rishikesh, India, in the north of India. Rishikesh literally means the home of the sages, the home of the wise. Rishis are the wise ones. Long considered the birthplace of yoga. And Anand is this fiery, young, magnificent being who created this body of practices, or he channeled them in a way that are both very authentic and true to the ancient traditions thousands of years old, but they also speak to where we are in our own evolution as a species. So we use all sorts of music and different kinds of breath work and intense practices and flow practices and tantric practices, these very powerful energetic practices that penetrate deeper energy levels of the body. And we use asana, the flow that we're more used to in the States. And I just find that this practice has changed my life. I was introduced to it in 2013, and I haven't been the same since. And I thought, I felt just, I feel the need to share it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this particular series. It's going to be a series of 4 free yoga journeys, mini journeys, about a half an hour to 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes a piece. Each one will be centered around a healing theme, a transformational theme, and we will be invited to set our own personal intentions for each journey. That'll be an internal process. But each journey will really be about bringing a personal intention into the body, into the heart. They are going to be very accessible. I think they'll be impactful, but they're accessible for all levels. And all you will need is a pillow or a bench to sit on, perhaps a mat, some water, that's it, and an open heart and a really engaged, alive spirit to welcome the experience. And I just wanted to leave you with one last thought. One of the favorite sayings that my teacher shares, Anand, is that in every moment we can choose to be safe or free. In every moment we can choose to be safe or free. And so I think this offering is an expression of my invitation for all of us to choose freedom, to choose laughter, lightness, levity, openness, to choose a deeper sense of authentic, awake aliveness. So welcome. I hope we get to join each other on this journey. And I thank you so much for your time. Sending so much love. Namaste.